Welcome to a teacher's 2 cents. I'm your host, that crazy teacher. Today's topic is 4th of July shenanigans, character over cuteness. It's 4th of July weekend. I'm pretty sure that while you were out and about shopping, on the road, or at a family event, you witnessed some distasteful behavior. You witnessed some ratchetness. Yeah. Let's talk about it real quick. Where does this ratchetness come from? What is the cause of this ratchetness? What's the cause of the shenanigans that went on during the weekend? The mass shootings, the robberies, the scams. What's driving all this negative behavior? It is a lack of character. It is a lack of character. Yeah. Character. I remember one time I heard this guy say this. It was I think his name is Wall Street Trapper. Wall Street Trapper said this, and he was told this by somebody else. Your talent will get you on a stage, but your character will keep you there. This is something that we as parents need to understand ourselves as people, and then when we understand it, we can act in that way, and then therefore benefit our children, because our children are watching us, right? Many of our children are very, very talented, great basketball players, musicians, artists, but the character is what's going to keep them there. That integrity is what's going to help them to, or help propel them to the highest level that they could get to in whatever talent that they have. But without the character, people who possibly, give them a helping hand or introduce them to an opportunity, I'm not going to want to deal with them, because once their character is revealed, most people don't want to deal with people that have bad character, and what that be classified as people that are lazy, maybe inconsiderate, unreliable, dishonest, don't have much grit to them, can't take any type of pressure at all. And I find that these are the types of kids that we are producing, we as parents, because we ourselves have to work on our character. We ourselves have to work on being honest. We ourselves have to work on being tenacious. We ourselves have to work on being reliable. I want to thank my parents for the morals they've instilled in me. Without them, I would not be the person that I am today. The older that I get, the more and more I realize that my character was built in the house. And not just by what they said, a lot of what they said, but mostly what they've done. I've seen my parents show people compassion. I've seen my parents give freely to those who haven't had. I've seen my parents talk to people respectfully. I've seen my parents work very, very, very hard, so the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, in my opinion. Make sure that you're setting the examples that you want to see out of your child, that you're setting those examples. And always think about the outcome. I know sometimes change is hard. What outcome do you want for yourself, and then what outcome do you want for your children? That desire for the outcome. And as parents, I'm pretty sure we all want a good outcome for our children. We all want a positive outcome for our children. That's going to take some sacrifice. That's going to take some work. It's not just going to happen, especially in this world of negativity. We're going to have and instill character in our children so that they can make it to the highest level that they could possibly make it to. Now let's talk about this concept of character over cuteness. Character over cuteness. I've been teaching for about 16 years now, and I've seen a lot of the same type of behavior. I've seen a pattern of behavior. All right, so I can say this confidently. What I've noticed is that we as parents, we're more concerned, a lot of us are more concerned with the outward appearance of our children than the inward development. We're concerned about how nice their hair looks. Do they have on, the newest fashions? Do they have on the newest J's? I've seen a lot of kids come to school super, super cute. And let me tell you this. Out of those children that have come to school super cute, I would say, listen to me now, I would say maybe 5% of them, and that's high, 5% of them are also doing well academically. Right? Very few and far in between do I find a child that's very, very cute, on the outside, that well taken care of, well groomed, a lot of money being spent on what they wear and their appearance, and they're also well-rounded individuals. They also work hard. They also have manners and respect. They're also considerate. They also have good character. Me as a teacher, and I think most good teachers would agree, most people, I would rather character over cuteness. It's not cute to not know what you're supposed to know in a certain grade. It's not cute to not be on grade level. Many students I've taught not on grade level come to school slaying, super cute. But it's not cute to be incompetent. It's not. Teachers and real people would rather character over cuteness. I need you to understand that, because if you instill in your child that it's all about being seen and heard, it's all about the attention and appearance, and not about substance, then they're going to grow into a very shallow person. And movers and shakers are usually well-rounded people, usually people with depth, and they have access to opportunities. They're not going to want to work with people like that. They're not going to want to work with spoiled individuals. They're not going to want to work with lazy individuals. They're not going to want to work with self-absorbed people. Just tell you straight up and down. Here comes that thing about outcome again. Like, what's the outcome? What do you want for your child? What do you want for them when it's all said and done? Or when they're grown and out of the house, or even before they're grown and out of the house? What do you see your child doing? What future do you envision for them? Now, it's very easy to envision that positive future, but it's going to take some sacrifice. It's going to take some work, right? Like I said earlier, you're going to have to be the example setter. Whatever character that you're going to want to see in your children, you're going to have to display that character as well. All right, because children do not listen to what we say. Not mostly anyway. It's what we do. That's just my 2 cents. Please like, share, and comment on this topic. I want to hear what you think, what you agree with, what you might disagree with, what you want to add. Thanks.